Hey, what's up everybody? This is Brick501 and today I want to go over one of the strongest weapon mod combinations in Outriders, and this may very well be the absolute best combination of weapon mods for firepower builds. Now, before we get into the video, only 6% of people that watch my videos are subscribed to my channel. So make sure to subscribe if you want to keep up with all of my videos. And this is going to be using two tier 3 weapon mods. And with pretty much all tier 3 weapon mods in Outriders, you can only get 2 weapons that have that same combination of mods. So we're going to be going over both those weapons. So first off, the combination of mods I'm talking about is going to be Killing Spree, which killing shots increase damage by 25% for this weapon for 20 seconds. Bonus deteriorates with time and stacks up to 3 kills. And then Dark Sacrifice. During combat, your weapon drains up to 50% of your max health in exchange for 75% weapon damage bonus. Now, like I recently went over with Dark Sacrifice is going to be quite a bit stronger than Killing Spree, but Killing Spree is still going to be extremely strong. And Killing Spree is pretty self-explanatory. It's just a stacking damage buff that you'll have up pretty much 100% of the time. With how many enemies are in Outriders at all points, you'll pretty much always have 3 stacks. And then Dark Sacrifice just constantly drains your health until it gets to 50%, and it won't drain anywhere below 50%, and you'll just have that 75% weapon damage bonus all of the time while in combat. And it seems that Killing Spree is an additive damage increase, and Dark Sacrifice is a multiplicative damage increase, meaning that Dark Sacrifice is going to have a much bigger weapon damage bonus than Killing Spree will, but both of them are still very strong. Pretty much every firepower build before Dark Sacrifice is fixed had Killing Spree, so they're both incredibly strong, and put together they can be ridiculously strong and make pretty much any firepower build extremely strong even without that great of gear. So the first weapon is Fatal Symbiont, a SMG, and this rolls with Dark Sacrifice, so then you roll the second mod as Killing Spree. It comes with Armor Pierce, Status Power, and Close Range Damage, which are pretty good rolls. Armor Pierce, Close Range Damage, very good for firepower builds. It's a high rate of fire, high clip size SMG, so it's going to have to be used at close or medium ranges, which makes it a little bit more dangerous of a weapon to use, but it has an extremely high fire rate. It's going to be doing ridiculous damage. And something else really nice I've noticed about fully automatic weapons that shoot very fast compared to, say, slower firing burst fire weapons, which a lot of firepower builds use, is that it seems to be much more consistent when mixed together with lifesteal. Because what I've noticed, especially off of using burst damage weapons, is that it kind of cuts off your healing when using those weapons. Like sometimes you'll just feel like you're not getting any heals at all, and that it's very inconsistent. And also feels like that if you're using a burst fire weapon, that if you say one burst an enemy, some of the healing that should have happened doesn't end up happening. And that's just something I've noticed with using these more fully automatic higher RPM weapons, that they just seem to be much more consistent in terms of healing through weapon damage. So overall, this is an extremely strong weapon that if you make a build around close range damage with a lot of firepower and weapon damage increases, this weapon is going to be absolutely ridiculous and allow you to pretty easily do challenge tier 15 expeditions with no difficulty. And the second weapon is Amber Vault, which is a double gun, and this comes with Killing Spree, so you would roll the second mod as Dark Sacrifice, and this comes with Armor Pierce, Healing Received, and Close Range Damage, which are all pretty good rolls for this weapon. I think it's actually a little bit better attributes than the Fatal Symbiont. Now, with a double gun, it can be used at a bit longer ranges than an SMG, but it's still going to be the best at medium to closer ranges, just because of the inaccuracy it starts to have when you're shooting a fully automatic. And this has a pretty high RPM as well, not as much as the Fatal Symbiont, but also has a little bit higher of a clip size and a bit higher base damage. And I'm actually working on a build for my Technomancer that uses this weapon as a main weapon, because not only does it seem to be extremely strong and up there with the power of the best burst fire weapons that we usually use in a Technomancer firepower build, but it also seems to be much easier to use because it has a lot more ammo in the magazine, fully automatic, higher RPM than a lot of the burst fire rifles, so you don't have to be near as accurate as you would with burst fire rifles. And especially on consoles using controllers, you're going to have a much harder time hitting constant headshots and just hitting shots in general all the time. time with a burst fire weapon compared to a high RPM, high clip size double gun. So overall, this is very, very strong as well. I would say the Fatal Symbiont can be slightly stronger if you have a build completely built around it, but this weapon is going to be much easier to use in general and be much less forgiving on not hitting constant headshots and allowing you to be at a bit longer ranges. So that's pretty much all I want to go over with this mod combination and the two weapons that can have this combination on them. And I will have some footage at the end with both these weapons being used in the same build so you can see the differences between these two weapons. So subscribe if you want to see more Outriders or other videos. Leave a like if you liked the video. Leave a comment down below what you guys think about this mod combination and these weapons. And thanks for watching.
Want me to raise your There's no one left. Now you know the clusterfuck I'm dealing with. Want me to raise